Hey, Yvonne here, succession planning expert, executive coach, and the creator of Succession app. Today I'm going to tell you the story, You're Trying to Get Rid of Me. Some board members got together and decided that their board was starting to age and they needed to do board succession planning. So they wanted to do that, but they got pushback from some of the other board members who said, "You're just trying to get rid of some of us." What they had been doing in the past is just dealing with turnover as it happened, and it wasn't happening very often. A lot of the board members had been on the board for a long time. When the board members who were pushing back relented, the board decided to hire a consultant, a succession planning expert, to help them go through the process. So the first part of the process of board succession planning is for the board to sit down and think about all of the competencies that they would like to have represented on their board. So when they all agreed to those competencies, the consultant then asked them, "I want you now to rate your level of expertise on each of these competencies." So the levels were, I have no expertise in this competency, I have basic, I have advanced, or I have expert. So what happened was they were really surprised when the consultant showed how everybody ranked themselves or rated themselves on each of the competencies, that a lot of their skeptical board colleagues had rated themselves either advanced or expert on every single competency, and they knew that that really wasn't true. And so they asked the board members why. Why would you do that? And a lot of them said, "I'm concerned that if I rated myself lower, if I was honest and said, I only have a basic level or I have no expertise in this competency, that I would be pushed off the board." The other board members tried, and the consultant tried to tell them this just isn't true. So what are some issues that you heard in this story? First of all, is there a culture of trust and respect on this board? Number two, do the board members understand the purpose of board succession planning? And number three, how are the ratings of the board members, the skeptical board members who rated themselves at an advanced or expert level, going to help the board in the future get the expertise that they need? So if you find yourself in this sort of situation, here are some things you can do. Number one, ensure you have a culture of trust and respect on your board. Number two, ensure that your board members understand the purpose of board succession planning. It's really not about pushing out older board members, long-term board members, or judging them on their skill level in terms of the competencies. It's really about making sure you have a transition plan for inevitable turnover, and that you know what competencies you should look for in your recruitment when you're recruiting new board members. And third, ensure that all board members are involved in this board succession process and that they're being heard. If you're thinking about doing board succession planning, I've included a PDF below that includes the steps in the board succession planning process. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button below to get information on succession planning, what you need to know.